Hi everyone, I hope everybody's doing great. Well, I want to give you guys a tour of my dining room, but before we go into the dining room, I wanted to show you that there's two ways that you can enter my dining room and there's two ways that you can enter my kitchen. So right now we are in my kitchen and you can enter the dining room from my kitchen through here. Over here is a set of stairs that I have. What I have in my home is called T-stairs, and what that is a stairway that's split down the middle, and you can enter or exit through this end, and on the opposite side of the staircase, you could enter or exit on that side. So I like that feature a lot because it saves me a whole lot of time. Over here is a cutout that I have in the little hallway before you get into the dining room. And you know, a lot of people overlook this area because, I don't know, it's just an area that's overlooked. But as you can see, I painted it like a chocolate color, and it kind of goes with the flow of the other colors in my home, and it really makes a difference. So if you have a cutout like this in your home, paint it. It will make a difference, I promise. So we are entering my very, very traditional dining room. And, you know, I owe all that to my mother because I grew up in a very traditional home, and my mom always set the table for Christmas, and I've always helped her as a little girl, and she taught me so much. She taught me how to set the proper place settings and how to make things beautiful and just add those little special touches. So I want to thank my mother, and I want to dedicate this to my mom. I love you, Mom. Thank you. So let's start up top. Over here is, I don't know if you can see it, it's a stencil that I have done a couple of years ago. And you know, when I was halfway done painting it, I said, why did I do that? No one's going to see it, but this is like the first thing that people see when they enter the dining room. So I'm very surprised, and I'm glad that I did it. So here's my chandelier. I'm not going to bore you with details of how much I paid for it and everything, but I took out some of the bulbs because the lighting in here is so funny because I just have one window. So I apologize for that. Now let's talk about the big elephant that's in the room. These candle votives. I got them from Home Goods, and I have a little backstory to tell you about. The taller one over here to the right was $150 regular price, and the smaller one was $100. These had the wrong prices on them, I assume, because I paid $97 for the both of them, and I just could not believe it. I'm so thrilled that I got them, and you know, I just had to take them home with me. And I like them because they're not only like beautiful, they're tall. So when you're entertaining, and if you have like a centerpiece on your table, you want something tall and slender. You don't want something that's gonna, you know, obstruct the view of your guests, because you want to talk to your guests, right? So you don't want nothing big and bulky because, you know, it's uncomfortable for you and for your guest. And here I have my Christmas trees that I got from Belk's last year, the after Christmas sale. I always tell you guys, shop after Christmas, shop off of peak holidays, because that's when they sell things at rock bottom prices. And I forgot how much I paid for these, but I didn't pay a lot, and I'm using them this year. And then I have my mini candle votives. I usually have these in my bathroom. I had to shop my home a little bit, and you know, it just adds a little more bling to the table, and I love how that looks. And here I have my garland greenery, and I have berries and pine cones, and then I added some ribbon, and I also added the ribbon, as you can see, onto this candle and over here. And by the way, as far as the candles, you cannot burn real candles. You have to burn LED candles. So, you know, I guess to protect the crystals. And like, I love using the ribbon. I got the ribbon from Michael's. It was one day only, 60% off on some of their pre-selected things that they were selling. So I kind of, you know, went crazy on the ribbon because ribbon can be expensive, full price. So I grabbed that up really quickly. Over here is my butter dish. It has a little bow on top. I got that from Home Goods as well. That was only $6.99. And over here I want to show you guys my place setting. As you can see, I'm doing my infamous black and white. I have a black and white damask plate there that I just love. But first I want to tell you about the sheet music that you see here. Do you notice that? I got the sheet music from a friend of mine, and I just kind of photocopied what she had because I didn't want to, you know, ruin her real sheet music. and I'm using it as a placemat. Now, I got that idea off of Pinterest, and I thought it was so fun and whimsy, and you know, one, it's a great conversation piece. Two, you can just throw it away. You don't have to clean anything. You don't have to launder anything. Just throw it away. So I like that a lot. And then here is my salt cellars. I showed this on my holiday gift guide video, and this is how it all looks together. Isn't it pretty? So Ballad Design is going to be sending me some more, so I'm just waiting for those to come so everyone can have their own personal salt and peppers. And then I'm using, as far as China, you know, people don't use China, I think, not as much because they just don't, but you can still have the look of China and without the price tag. And I got like a set of, I forgot how much I paid, but I think for everything I paid maybe $26 for all these pieces of China. So, you know, that's a good bargain there. The damask plate that I have here is, I could kick myself because I broke two of them and I had to be creative and I wanted to use it for Christmas. So what I did was I purchased these other dishes here from Home Goods, and they were only like $2.99. They're, you know, similar in color, just, you know, different style, and every other place setting has a different plate. So it turned out pretty good after all. And over here I have my silver gravy bowl, and I only paid $2 for that at a thrift store. Here is my knife that I got, well, like a little spread knife here that I got as a gift, and it's from Bombay, and it's so beautiful. Give a little close up there. It has diamonds on it. Isn't that beautiful? So I really love using those every year. Over here I have a little DIY that I did a couple years ago. I got this idea off of Candace Olsen. She is a designer on HGTV, and she's just a wonderful designer. She has a little bit of everything. She has comforters, she has mirrors, chandeliers, you name it. But she had a particular mirror that I wanted, but I didn't want to pay $378 for it. So I tried to recreate the look a little bit, and I just love how it turned out. Now, it's not hardwired or anything, it's just a candle. So if you guys want to see this, thumbs up the video, let me know if you want to see it, leave a comment, let me know. And up here is my china cabinet, and I have a deer up top that I got thrifted from Goodwill, and I also got a Christmas tree that was also from Goodwill. They were both $1. So I like how that looks, and I added some berries and some more garland. So I love how that turned out. And as you can see, I have two mirrors, one on each side. And can you see my little topiary back there? I usually keep that up all year round, you know, minus the lights. So I love that. Over here is, let's see, you guys have seen this. This is my dessert station. If you guys have not seen that, I have a video for that if you guys want to see it. And then there's my deer heads that I love, love, love. And everyone cannot wait for dessert. So if you guys want to see that video, I have it linked in my description box down below. So this is my tour, and I want to thank you guys for watching. And I will be doing a tour in my living room and my Christmas tree and everything, and giving you guys some tips on how to decorate your tree, some of my tips anyway. And I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll be talking to you guys very soon. Bye bye.